Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, so this lesson is going to be about how the so-called white man, the Caucasian race, basically changed the narrative of who they are. All right, because according to the Bible, if you look at history and the way the world is, you know that Esau, Edom, all right, who was Jacob's brother, he is the progenitor of the so-called white people, all right, the Caucasian race. And these Caucasians, they have went out of their way to try to cover up who they are by putting titles on themselves, like as if Caucasian white people, you know what I mean, those two terms they put on themselves to try to hide the fact that they are the Edomites. All right. And Caucasian truly just means cave dweller. All right. Because they come from the mountains of Caucasus. All right. And also Mount Petra. All right. If you look up Mount Petra, it's like you look at it, it's like a mountain, and you see the carvings of it. It looks like Roman pillars, same ones you see at the in Washington, in the United States. You look at those pillars; they look exactly the same as they do in America and as he did in Rome. So that's how you know who was ruling in that area and who orchestrated, what I'm saying, and constructed Mount Petra. All right. And because I had saw this photo and I thought of this, I said, man, what are some of the origins of white people? And I saw this article right here, and I read the first paragraph, and I thought, wow, there you go, there goes one of them. Some of the history of how it all started. And you look at this article here, it says how white people were invented by a playwright in 1613, right? And it says right here, it says the Jacobean playwright Thomas Middleton invented the concept of white people on October 29th, 1613, the date that his play, The Triumphs of Truth, was first performed. The phrase was first uttered by the character of an African king who looks out upon an English audience and declares, I see amazement. I set upon the faces of these white people. It says, Wan rings the strange gazes. As far as I and others have been able to tell, Middleton's play is the earliest printed example of European author referring to fellow Europeans as white people. So you could say that this is one of the origins of the beginnings of this of the English audience, all right, and of this man who made this play of the character of an African king, which you know that they used to use blackface back then, all right, talking to these English people in the audience saying, I see amazement set upon the faces of these white people. So calling them white people, all right. So this phase started as early as 1600s, right? But before that, they were not calling themselves white people, right? From 1600s on to this day, say it developed into a race, all right? But they're not going to call themselves who they are. They're going to call themselves white. They're going to call themselves European. They're going to call themselves Caucasians. But they're not going to call themselves who they truly are. And I'm going to read this part right here, this paragraph. It says, both examples might seem surprising to a contemporary readers, but they serve to prove the historian Neil Irvin Painter's reminder in The History of White People, 2010, that race is an idea, not a fact. All right. So that's like a race of people that was made up, white people, but it's not a fact. All right. Because it's not a fact. All right. All right. It's not the truth. All right. You know, it's just like an idea. But truly who you are according to the Bible, which is the truth, you are Esau, Edom. All right. If you look at this right here, it says the background is white. His skin tone is red. Edom, red. All right. Which Edom in Hebrew, Adawam, means red. It says Esau is the progenitor of the Edomites, the devil himself. So when you look at what they call themselves, white people, when they go into the sun, they turn red. When they get slapped really hard, they turn red. When they get shy, they turn red. All right? They are the Caucasian race. They call themselves Caucasians, but they really, according to the Bible, Esau, Edom. All right? It's Genesis 25:25. It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Now I'm going to read, let me see. I'm going to read 23. I'm going to read 23 first. It says, Genesis 25:23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So you have Rebecca here, who is about to have 2 children, paternal twins. 2 different people are in her womb, and one shall be stronger than the other. Verse 24, and when her days be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. All right, so there you go. 2 different people, but twins, paternal twins. Verse 25, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, which is what we just saw, that photo. Esau, all over like a hairy garment, red. Now, how red is he? Exodus 26:14, and thou shalt make a covering for a tent of ram skin dyed red, and a covering above the badger skin. So it said dyed garments, like a dyed red, like this ram skin right here that they dyed red. So it's like extremely red. And the only people on the earth who are red like that are the Caucasian race, who are so-called white people. Okay? So that child came out red, all over red like a hairy garment. Like a hairy garment. And y'all get extremely red when y'all in the sun. All right? So that concept of being white was not always on you. You invented that. All right? That was not always you. You've always been Esau, Edom, according to the Bible. That's who you are. All right? The devil. All right? And you can't change who you are. You will be exposed. And the way you're being exposed right now through the prophets. The truth is coming out. With all that being said, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.